The 2024 Paralympic Games are underway in Paris. It's truly one of the greatest events on the planet, with athletes going beyond what is perceived possible. But what relevance is the Paralympics to us, a football YouTube channel? Well, it's time to talk about a side of the beautiful game that we don't usually get a chance to talk about: blind football. The Paralympic Games first introduced blind football in 2004 at the Athens Games. Like most football, it's been dominated by Brazil, who have won every gold since it was introduced. With this being football, you'd have thought, the world governing body might be FIFA, but no, you would be wrong. The game is governed not by FIFA, but by the International Blind Sports Federation, which has a modified rule of the game which is similar to futsal. So, how does the game work? Well, first, the sport is played into different categories, which you need to understand. B1, where the player is completely blind. They are normally the outfield players. They also wear an eye mask to guarantee that there is no light perception for the player, whilst the goalkeeper must be either partially sighted or fully sighted in category B2/B3. So you won't see the goalkeeper wearing an eye mask, for example, although the goalkeeper must stay within a very small, restricted area of the pitch. The game is played on a solid surface, mostly AstroTurf. There are 5 players on each team, and the ball is FIFA size 3 with an audible bell inside the ball, which allows the players to use their hearing to track the location of the ball. There are no throw-ins in this game, with it being blind football, but there are boards surrounding the pitch that prevent the ball from going out of play. These are on the sidelines, but not behind the goal. The players must also shout "Voy" before going in for a tackle, with each team permitted to commit 5 fouls per half. Otherwise, an 8-meter penalty is awarded for each foul thereafter. A typical match at the Paralympics lasts 30 minutes, although this varies depending on national associations and the competition that you're playing in. The Paralympic matches are split into 2 halves of 15 minutes, 30 minutes in total. Each team can request a 1-minute timeout each half, and during the last 2 minutes of both halves. And in a case of extra time, the timekeeper or referee must stop the clock for a free kick, kick-in, and corner kick. There are also spotters behind each goal to support the attacking play, who can communicate with the players to help better organise the attacking phases of the game. Also, the goalkeepers, who have the best vision of any player on the pitch, can speak and communicate with their defenders, of course, to help defensive duties. And there is a coach on the sidelines who can direct the flow of play as well. It means that anyone watching blind football must stay quiet, apart from the people that are actually meant to be communicating with the players. The only time the crowd or supporters are allowed to make any noise is if the ball is out of play, i.e. a goal. So those are the rules, but who should you be looking out for if you're going to watch? Well, we've already mentioned Brazil, who are dominant in gold. However, South American rivals Argentina are the current world champions, crowned last year at the World Cup in Birmingham. The group stage draw is pretty interesting too. When it comes to the group of death, otherwise known as Group A, you have defending Paralympic champions Brazil. They're going to go up against European champions and the hosts France, Asian champions and previous World Cup runners-up China, and European runners-up Turkey as well. Group B looks like this. Argentina, the current reigning and defending world champions, are alongside African champions Morocco. Japan are also in this group alongside Colombia as well. At present, there is only a men's blind football tournament at the Paralympics, although women's blind football does exist, and the world champions are Argentina. There is also a partially sighted version of the sport. Rules are still the same. Ukraine are the current world champions, beating England in the final of the last 3 World Cups. The blind football takes place from September 1st until the 7th of September at a special built temporary arena at the Eiffel Tower. The Paralympic Games take place in Paris between Wednesday the 28th of August and Sunday the 8th of September, being broadcast in a record 160 territories. You can watch it on Channel 4 in the United Kingdom, RTE in the Republic of Ireland, and NBC in the United States of America. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this one, we have a brand new channel called Dead Air Media Sport where you can go watch the history of the Paralympic Games on the channel now. And if you are a first-time viewer of the Paralympics, may I recommend the wheelchair rugby. It is the most brutal sport on earth. Once again, go to deadair.media/sport for the latest sports news. We'll see you next time.